So that I ran out of battery juice, so I'm showing you this again. This is a chili cheese bacon burger recipe, and what I'm doing is I put there's no bacon. This is pescatarian. It's vaguely pescatarian. It's really based on an ovo-lacto recipe that I used to make. And I'm getting the bacon flavor from this smoked salmon cream cheese product. It's a frightening ingredients. Check it out. And then normally I wouldn't use this. I would, if I was wanting to make this an ovo-lacto recipe, I would use the cream cheese of whatever kind of cream cheese you want to buy, just plain, and then put liquid smoke into the mix. So this is kale, and then this is chili, which I made with lentils this time, but I pureed it in the food processor, all of my chili ingredients. So I made a dry chili. So what I did was I put less fluid than I normally would to make my chili, so that everything would cook down to an almost dry slow cooker at the end, right? So there's not very much fluid. And then I made sure that I squeezed out through a slotted spoon, I squeezed out the mix so that I didn't have any moisture or any excess moisture. And then I pureed it. So that's just whatever chili you normally make, just make it a little drier. And then or you can mix it up, make different chilies every time. And then the kale. And then I put some extra cumin, ancho chili powder, and oregano and sea salt, because I have a lot of kale here, and I didn't put, it won't taste as flavorful with the addition of the kale. And I might have to use some breadcrumbs to fill it out. Well, I wouldn't have to use breadcrumbs, there's other options, but in this case I will. So as I won't be eating this burger, and the person who will be is going to be perfectly happy with the multigrain breadcrumbs. So anyway, now you can, another thing that you can do if you're planning on making your chili specifically for the burger recipe, then just put in more spices while you're cooking. And I might need to add some more garlic and onion, but I'm going to taste it once I've mixed it up so that I know. And then it's best to use garlic and onion powder in a burger recipe so that you don't add any more moisture than you have to. So what I'm going to do, basically this is the how you make this burger. You mix up the mix until it's a regular sticky burger mix that you are accustomed to mixing. So you just mix it as you would any other burger. And then you're going to put this in the freezer, and it comes out really easily. Once it's in the freezer and it's frozen, then it slides out of the container easily. And your burgers are going to be just a little bit bigger around than this. So you put that in the freezer, you take it out, you slice it, and then you take the burger mix and you wrap it around one slice of the cream cheese, and then you can dip it in some sort of a flour. In this case, since it's a chili, I would use corn flour, but that's really up to the person eating the burger, whatever. So you dip it in some sort of flour, the whole patty, and then you dip it in an egg wash, and then you dip it in the breadcrumbs. And from there, you can either bake it in the oven, or you could fry it in a pan, or you could deep fry it in some coconut oil. It's up to you. Now, so it's the same if you're making ovo-lacto or pescatarian, and it's going to be a wonderful, exciting product, because in the end, this is kind of soft in the middle, lovely, and you can make this raw vegan, or not raw vegan, sorry, just vegan. Raw vegan would not be good for this. Anyway, you can make this vegan without using cream cheese. So what you do is you use the same principle, but you need to put your whatever mix you're making, and it could be, some people might prefer to make a creamy cheese out of, say, soaked cashews or whatever. So you put your creamy cheese mixture into a container such as this, and then you put it in the freezer and you slice it just as you would this, and you end up with a vegan product rather than, because the chili that I made is vegan. And so the only thing about this that is pescatarian is the fact that I'm using smoked salmon cream cheese. So you can make it ovo-lacto very easily. And if you're doing the raw, I keep saying raw, if you're doing the vegan option, you just, instead of the egg bath, you use aquafaba. So that's the liquid from a can of whatever beans you want. Chickpea works the best. But, and then you dip it in your vegan breadcrumbs. So that's easy as can be.